The motherfucking contract said that a bitch is the headliner.
So y'all, there is some major drama going on between DL Hughley and Monique, and it keeps getting messier and messier. I swear every time I think that this could not get any worse, one of them takes a shot at each other and the drama starts all over again. So Monique said, "What on stage? Girl, grab your popcorn because this drama is insane." Okay, so we all know that Monique is not the kind of person that's going to be quiet when she feels like she is being cheated out of something or someone is trying to make a fool of her. She is opinionated and she voices her opinions every single time, and that's one of these things that we love about her. But now she is voicing her opinions about DL Hughley and how he allegedly stole her spotlight and sabotaged her career in the process. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of knew that this was gonna get messy from the very start, because Monique called him out in public, and we all know that DL does not like stuff like that. They have both been known to have some problems and beef with other celebs, so I knew that things were going to get seriously messy, but I didn't even think that it would get this messy. This drama started on May 28th when Monique was scheduled to headline the Comedy Explosion show at the Fox Theater in Detroit. Now, for those of you who don't know, headlining a show is a really big deal because the headline is the main act and they usually perform last. So Monique headlining an important show at the Fox Theater meant more publicity, big checks, and more recognition. Well, it would have been a big deal if she had actually headlined it. On the day of the show, things did not go as planned. Monique performed second to last, and the part of the headliner went to DL Hughley. According to sources, she was not even given an advance warning, even though the contract had been signed for many weeks before the show. She only got a really short notice that she was no longer going to be the headline of the show. She was understandably mad at the whole thing and took the stage, and she went on a long rant. She accused Hughley of setting her up and sabotaging things for her. She tore up and through Hughley, and she even, you know what, just take a look for yourself.
Contract said that a is the headliner. The headliner. Let me say it again. The headliner. That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business and I don't open no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga named DL Hughley turned into a and said I won't perform if she does that.
Now, if this is really what happened, then Hughley was super wrong for this. I get that he wants to advance his career and get even more spotlight for himself, but doing so at the expense of someone else's career is dead wrong. An anonymous source claimed that Hughley did not like the idea of Monique headlining because she's no Dave Chappelle. If this is true, then it's quite ridiculous because Hughley himself is no Dave Chappelle, and Monique has won an Oscar and a Grammy, so she's obviously good at what she does. Monique also revealed that Hughley has always had issues with her, and this isn't the first time. She claimed that he was talking smack about her on his tour a while ago, and she chose to overlook it at the time.
See, we got a history. We got a history. That nigga went on a tour talking about all Monique wasn't. You can Google it right now. DL Hughley on Monique. All I wasn't, what I wasn't worth. All of this bullshit.
Now, DL responded to Monique's accusations on Instagram, and his reply was anything but civil. He posted this picture of Monique from the movie Precious and wrote, "All you have to do is check the order of the names on the ticket stub from last night and you'll see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objections of my team and 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was the problem, Tyler Perry was the problem, Charlamagne was the problem, Steve Harvey was the problem, Lee Daniels was the problem, Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn." He continued, "At some point, it can't be everybody else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh and not hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. Darryl Lynn Hughley." Now, the part about him signing with his full name was in response to Monique trying to hint that he might be gay and on the down low.
Name's nigga, your name is DL. What the fuck does it stand for? Hey! How far you bending over, nigga, on the DL?
Now, to be fair, I wasn't really expecting him to be civil because Monique wasn't exactly civil about the whole thing either. She was understandably mad at the whole thing, and that's why she lashed out, but I don't think that really excuses her, especially her comments about him being on the down low. But on the other hand, I don't like the fact that he was trying to play things off as her being difficult when all she was trying to do was stand up for herself. Also, I think that DL is trying to manipulate the public by trying to redirect attention away from the fact that he allegedly stole Monique's spotlight. He also posted this screenshot and captioned it, "Answer me this. When have you ever seen the headliner at the bottom and mentioned last? The confusion is whoever gassed her up on the premium octane." She then fired back on Instagram claiming that he was trying to manipulate things himself. She said, "The fact that you point the people to the ticket stubs for the order of names versus to your contract implies that you don't have a contract that shows you are the headliner like I do. Either you show your contract or be quiet. Stop messing with people who have never messed with you and who once considered you a comrade in comedy. I won't even discuss awards." She also wrote, "If you're doing things legally, then show your contract, not posters, not ticket stubs, your contract, sir." Hughley responded to this challenge and posted these pictures of his deal memo, as well as his show schedule. He captioned it with, "After this, I don't want to hear no more about this here. Here it is, black and white. The only thing blacked out is the personal and bank info. I got everything that was stated on my contract, everything. But let's say I didn't. My beef wouldn't be with anyone but the promoter and or my team, and I sure wouldn't make it personal." Okay, so he definitely had a point here because Monique should have taken things up with the promoter of the show, because this seems like really bad planning and it's completely the fault of the promoter. I think that this is where Monique might have wanted to tone things down a little bit at this point, but she didn't. She posted a picture of her contract as well, which looks like an earlier copy of the show schedule that showed that she was supposed to be the headliner. She wrote, "There were some of you who were fooled by the smoke and mirrors of DL posting his deal memo versus his performance agreement. Here's my performance agreement, and here are emails and texts confirming that as per usual, I'm going to always keep it real and honest with my people. If you notice, mine has signatures and DL does not. What type of ironclad agreement doesn't have the signatures of the participants involved? Apparently DL." She also dropped a bombshell saying, "And just so you know, the promoter already told my team before the show that you didn't have a signed agreement. That's why I'm not surprised you're using a deal memo. That said, maybe they lied and you actually have a contract. If so, the promoters have put themselves in a terrible position to have more legal action taken against them beyond malicious concealment for breaking the contract at the last second. That said, DL, we the people will be waiting for your signed agreement." Okay, so y'all know how I said earlier that the promoter is likely the one at fault? Well, Monique's bombshell just kind of solidified my suspicions. It seems like to me the promoter was playing Hughley and Monique. He kept Monique hanging in case Hughley didn't sign on, and then Hughley signed on and Monique got bumped. Also, I get why Monique believed that Hughley was the reason that she got bumped. They had bad blood before, and according to her, DL had badmouthed her also. So it's understandable that she believed that he was really trying to steal her shine. Now, some fans were saying stuff about how Monique is not good enough to headline in a major show, but that's not what this is about. The thing is that she was offered the role and then it got taken away without warning. This fan explained things perfectly and said, "The issue is not whether Monique is qualified to be a headliner, it's that they hired her for that purpose, put it in the contract and switched it up on her at the last minute. Monique is in the right here. It's like inviting someone to be the keynote speaker at an event, then telling them at the last minute that they will not give the keynote speech after all. You can't switch up on people like that." I couldn't have put it better myself. I think that Monique was kind of out of line for calling him out, especially her comments about him being on the down low. Many fans are also against her and think that she went too far. Like this person that said, "Monique been the problem, is the problem, and always will be the problem. Now she has a problem with DL Hughley." And someone else said, "No matter what the receipts say, Monique was wrong because her venom should have always been directed towards the promoter. Show order discrepancies are relatively common in entertainment, and she had no idea what was in DL Hughley's contract." A few fans were also on Monique's side, like this fan that said, "I don't care what the F Monique has done, DL Hughley deserves to be lit into every single time he speaks." And this other fan that tweeted, "DL Hughley always been a clown to me. I'm glad Monique put that goofy on blast." At the end of the day, both Monique and DL believe that they are in the right and the other person is wrong. So I don't think that they're going to be playing kiss and makeup anytime soon. And this messy drama is not about to go away. But if you think that this was messy, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. If you want to see some real chaotic drama, then you better check out this next video.